They burned the scrolls, poisoned the scribes, even murdered the ink. But tonight, we resurrect the 5 royal horrors that made emperors tremble and history lie. Number 1. The Persian prince who married his sister's corpse. He didn't just kill his sister for the throne, he married her rotting corpse in front of 10,000 witnesses, and kissed her black tongue on the altar. Dawn in Persepolis. The air smells of saffron and fear. Prince Cambyses, eyes wild with ambition, meets his sister in the rose garden. She's 19. Beautiful. The only heir. He loops a silk cord around her throat. One pull. Her body slumps into the fountain, petals floating in blood. That same evening, the palace is lit with 1,000 torches. A wedding. The corpse sits upright on a golden throne, veiled in crimson, jewels on decayed fingers. Cambyses lifts the veil. Kisses the cold, swollen lips. I now pronounce you eternal, the priest mutters, voice shaking. For 87 days, he sleeps beside the body. Whispers state secrets into her ear. Feeds her honey from his own mouth. The court gags behind golden fans. The army storms the palace. Drags the prince, still clutching the corpse, into the desert. A pit. Scorpions. They bury him alive with his bride. His last scream? My queen, wait for me. Name erased. But desert nomads still find bridal veils in the sand, centuries later. Number 2, the English queen who poisoned her own children for a lover. She tucked her 2 little princes into bed, kissed their foreheads, then watched them choke on poisoned milk, all for a night in Richard III's arms. Tower of London, 1483. Queen and Neville burns for the king's brother, Richard, Duke of Gloucester. But her sons? Legitimate heirs. Obstacles. Midnight. She glides into the nursery. Moonlight on tiny faces. Mommy's here, she whispers. Pours nightshade into warm milk. Holds their hands as foam bubbles from their lips. One boy gasps, it burns. She sings a lullaby. Until silence. Next morning, she weeps at the funeral, perfectly. Richard takes her that night. On the same sheets. 6 months later, Richard chokes at dinner. Same poison. Her hand on the goblet. She smiles as he dies. History blames consumption. But the tower ravens still drop tiny bones at dawn. Number 3, the lost emperor of Atlantis who sacrificed his daughter to the sea. He ruled a city of crystal and gold. The gods demanded one price for immortality, his 12-year-old daughter, chained alive to the ocean floor. Atlantis, before time had a name. King Kronos sits on a throne of coral and starlight. The oracle's voice booms from the volcano. Give me your purest blood, or the island sinks. His daughter, Princess Ellora, braids seashells in her hair. She trusts him. He chains her to the reef at high tide. Golden shackles. Her eyes, wide, pleading, lock with his. Father, why? The waves rise. Close over her face. Her last bubble, Daddy. That night, the earth screams. Crystal spires shatter. The city folds into the sea like paper in fire. Kronos claws at the water, too late. Plato wrote it. Then the scroll vanished. Modern sonar finds a drowned city. And child-sized shackles still clicking in the current. Some nights, sailors hear a little girl singing. Under the waves. Number 4, the Byzantine emperor who castrated 1,000 boys for his choir. He wanted angels to sing his name in Hagia Sophia, so he turned 1,000 screaming boys into eunuchs on marble altars, while the choir practiced. Constantinople, 976 AD. Emperor Basil II, face carved from stone, stands in the cathedral. The choir sings. Beautiful, but human. He wants divine. He summons the court surgeon. Make me angels. Next morning, the palace courtyard. 1,000 boys, orphans, slaves, nobles' sons. Lined up like lambs. Hot knives. No anesthesia. Screams rise in a hellish harmony. Blood pools between mosaic tiles. That Sunday, they sing. Voices like shattered crystal, pure, sexless, perfect. Basil weeps during the Kyrie. Then rides out to blind 15,000 Bulgarian prisoners. The boys? Locked in the palace. Fed honey and silence. Basil dies old and untouched. The church declares him a saint. The boys? 0 graves. But on Easter midnight, Hagia Sophia's dome echoes with 1,000 child voices, singing a song no one taught them. Number 5, the French king who kept his mistress's heart in a locket. He ruled the sun. She ruled his bed. Until he cut out her beating heart, and wore it like a jewel. Versailles, 1667. Louis XIV, Sun King, absolute. Madame de Montespan storms in. Red hair. Viper wit. First night, he tears her gown. She bites back. He builds her a porcelain palace. Diamonds rain. But beauty fades. One wrinkle. Panic. She runs to Lavoisin, poison witch. Midnight black mass. Stolen baby. Blood chalice. She drinks. Youth screams back. Young rival appears, Angelique. Louis strays. Montespan poisons her gloves. Girl dies foaming. Affair of the poisons. Which names Montespan? Hall of Mirrors showdown. You killed my angel. I killed time for you. Louis smiles. Banishes her. But first, royal surgery. Drugged. Scalpel. Ribs crack. Heart lifted, still beating. Into brandy jar. Louis, now you're mine forever. Heart shrinks. Gold locket. Engraved, Françoise, Mon Soleil Noir. He wears it to war, to bed. Kisses it daily. Courtiers hear the thump-thump. Montespan dies 1707, screaming his name. Louis dies 1715. Locket vanishes. But stormy nights in Versailles. Thump-thump in the walls. A laugh. A whisper. Forever.